This is the Bryant News Broadcast with your host, Mike Cronin, Sarah Larrabee, Dan Janis with the weather, and Brian Walsh with sports. And now, your Bryant News Broadcast.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Bryant News Broadcast.
Somalian pirates being brought to the United States for prosecution. This week, at least 5 pirates will be tried, while the U.S. ships are still holding 20 suspected criminals off the coast of Somalia. Because the Navy captured people who were accused of hijacking an American ship, the accused can be prosecuted in America.
A giant volcano in Iceland has been constantly spewing ash into the atmosphere since last Wednesday, April 14th. The last time this volcano erupted was in the year 1821 and spewed ash and magma for over 13 months straight, which has today's experts extremely worried. The giant ash cloud that has stopped all air traffic in and out of Europe has just started to lift. But right now, European airlines are focusing on getting the thousands of stranded passengers back to where they belong. These airline companies have suffered millions of dollars in revenue losses, and now everyone around the world is waiting to see where this ash cloud will travel to next.
Sarah, hopefully this is all going to clear up soon. I mean, like you said, a lot of the airlines are losing revenue and people are stranded. They're not getting refunds for their money, too. So it's just a bad situation.
My economics professor says this might be bigger news than our recession.
Yeah. I mean, at this point it is, I think.
All right. Now here's Dan Janis with a look at your weather.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, and looking at our local weather, bad as it is overseas, we got clearer skies than they do over there. But we're going to take a look and see if it's going to hold up for the weekend. And taking a look at this week's forecast, we'll have a possibility of showers on Thursday, but then a very nice weekend to look forward to that includes partly sunny skies and highs in the 60s. Now looking into early next week, we'll have some rain moving along with some cooler temperatures as well. Have you ever wondered why earthworms come to the surface after a rainstorm? Well, researchers have discovered that it may not be because of potential drowning in their burrows, but instead for migration purposes. It allows the worms to travel further distances across the soil surface rather than having to do the digging through the soil. So if you see a worm in despair, it might appreciate the lift.
Well, Dan, I don't know if I'm going to give any worms a lift. I mean,
well, that could be a good business to start. You know, it could be a worm travel service. Just have like a little bus or something, put all the worms in, and then bring them to safety or a new location. You know, it's kind of like every time it rains, it's like a vacation for worms. They go from one spot in the earth to another. So
you never know; it could catch on.
Could catch on. We'll see about that.
All right, we're going to turn over to Brian now with sports. Brian.
Thank you, Mike. The Washington Redskins this offseason took a step in the right direction by signing quarterback Donovan McNabb and head coach Mike Shanahan. They have the 4th overall pick in the draft and are looking to trade away Albert Haynesworth and Jason Campbell. Now they are thinking of signing T.O. That right there calls for a T.O. First off, the Redskins want to go in the right direction, and T.O. has done nothing but kill teams all seasons long. Yes, I get it, he's the guy that with a big playmaking ability, but the distractions he has caused are not worth it. His production has declined, and his temper has increased, just like mine is. With T.O., it's his way or the highway, and that is no good for Shanahan, and a great season for the team in the nation's capital. It is a privilege to play in the NFL, but some people abuse this privilege. Ben Roethlisberger abused this, and now he's going to pay the price. The federal courts do not have enough evidence to convict him on sexual assault charges, but Goodell and Art Rooney don't care. The Steelers have come out and not support Big Ben on his actions, but who would? This is the 2nd time he has supposedly sexually assaulted a 20-year-old woman at a college bar. He's a big-name NFL star. Why is he at a college bar? Ben needs harsh punishment, and for this to happen soon, Big Ben has wrecked his name and legacy, according to Terry Bradshaw. The most he can do is sit back and hope for only a suspension. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Brian, thank you for the update in sports. Well, the adventures of Bond, James Bond, have captivated audiences for almost half a century, but now his future is uncertain. The 23rd Bond film was in pre-production to be released next year. However, those plans have been put on hold because of the financial issues of MGM, which is the studio behind the films. MGM is currently trying to find a new owner, but they will go bankrupt if they don't find anyone soon enough.
Text messaging has become the most popular form of communication between teens, and I'm sure that we could never imagine our lives without it. A recent study by the Pew Research Center's Internet and American Life Project reports that at least half of the 800 teens surveyed send 100 or more texts a day. This is astonishing to some parents because the majority of these teens' day is supposed to be spent in the classroom. Communicating with one another is very important, but we have to ask, is this the right way to do it?
Sarah, that's a crazy statistic, 100 texts a day, but I don't think it's too far from the truth.
No, surprisingly it's not, and we can see that here at the college and everywhere else. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now for your Bryant update. Can hypnosis really help exam anxiety, procrastination, stress, motivation, depression, and insomnia? Well, on Thursday, April 29th at 7 p.m. in the Pepito Dining Hall, Dr. Norma Ferron-Legard, who is a hypnotherapist and psychotherapist, will speak about the mental health benefits of hypnosis. This should be quite an interesting event, and you may even find a few ways to study for those final exams.
Your very own Bryant News broadcast will be wrapping up its first season in a few weeks. If you have been an avid watcher or just a first-time viewer, now is the time to join the team. Next year, several spots will be open both in talent and crew, including my own. If you think you can replace me or help make our broadcast better, we'd love to hear from you. So for more information, email our producer, Brian Coe at bco@bryant.edu.
This weekend, Bryant is holding a wiffle ball home run derby for Haiti. It'll be a fun-filled event for a good cause. It's $5 and it's taking place behind the Koffler building. This money will be going to a good cause, as I said earlier. I'm very happy Bryant is doing something like this to help a really great cause through sports.
With hundreds of people watching, my co-anchor Sarah Larrabee wowed the crowd and won the Bryant University elevator pitch on Monday. The elevator pitch, or also called e-pitch, is a competition among Bryant freshman Business 101 classes in which each group pitches their business ideas in 90 seconds to a panel of judges. Sarah and her group's idea is called Bands for Fans, which are affordable wristbands made specifically for college students at particular universities. Sarah, congratulations. I mean, that's great. This is something, I know my freshman year, it's a big deal. And for you to win something like that is really an honor.
And thank you, Mike. I'm still taking in that my team won the whole thing. It's so surreal, and I don't even have the words for it. I'm just very thankful for everyone that was there and supported me and my teammates. So
yeah, it's really cool. So congrats to Sarah.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here on the Bryant News broadcast. I'm Mike Cronin.
I'm Sarah Larrabee. Tune in next week.